Well, it is 63.3 degrees, and you can't tell that way. Not with the GoPro, the light sensor is not good enough, but the first birds is always the same species, but it has started making its morning call at 5:43. That was an eventful night. I went to bed about 9 o'clock. And went to sleep hard, as you might imagine, after that hiking day. I mean, I was out. And I woke about a little before midnight with wind blowing through here. And the wind woke me up, but then once I was awake, I heard thunder. And I realized the shift in the wind meant that there was a storm coming. So one of my worst nightmares in the wilderness is a lightning storm. And a lightning storm when you're on a ridge, especially a prominent ridge. I'm 1 mile from the highest point in South Carolina. Fortunately, this campsite that I'm at is down from the ridge of this mountain a little ways, and it's also down from Sassafras Peak. So anyway, through the grace of God, I survived the night. After that was over, the rain settled in for a while, which kind of got me back to sleep. But then I started hearing some kind of animal noise. At first I thought it was coyotes. I still think it may have been. Sorry. But, I don't know, maybe it was a bobcat or something like that. It let out a really unique sort of scream. When I get home, I'll research it and see if I can match it and find it. I'm sure I will not forget the nature of that sound. So that was the next thing that happened. And now it's about 5:30, and my stomach woke up growling because I was too tired to eat all of my dinner last night. Oh, start of the last day has been eventful since most of that happened between midnight and now, which is again it's about 5:30. So I may get up and start thinking through what I need to do this morning. I feel like I'm at that point in the trip where it's all about hurry up and slow down, because I have 8-point-something miles to go, I think. And I know I can handle the terrain. I've handled all the other terrain that I've had. But a lot of this is downhill. And we had a humongous thunderstorm last night, as you know. And that means all the rock surfaces, all the wooden steps, all the wooden bridges, all of that kind of stuff is going to be super slippery, at least until it dries out some. Because we're often in rhododendron thickets and things like that, it doesn't dry out very quickly, so I'm not anticipating dry conditions for anything when I'm traveling. So that means, again, to kind of hurry up and slow down, there's on the one hand, the excitement, the desire to finish, to bring to a successful close an epic trip. And on the other hand, you have to temper that, as always, with caution. Now, last night, I did what I could. For a while, I was sitting in my hammock with my feet on my closed self-foam sit pad and praying. That was my solution, because what do you do when you're out in a lightning storm on top of a mountain? And all I can say is the good Lord answered my prayers, and I'm here today. But thunderstorms to me are always the most scary thing that I can encounter, particularly when I'm in a high spot, as I was last night. Particularly since I know when I was hiking up the back of Sassafras yesterday, I came across that beautiful pine tree that had been split apparently by a lightning strike. And I'm surrounded by pine trees here. In fact, my hammock was tied up to 2 pine trees. I did do some smart things here, I think, probably. I ended up not thinking about lightning, but I ended up with the 2 smallest pine trees. So the 2 shortest trees in this Cantrell home site were the ones I was attached to. But there's a towering tulip poplar probably 6 feet from one of those trees, and that would have definitely been a lightning target. So like I said, somebody was looking out for me, and that worked okay. So this morning for breakfast we have a double order of cheese grits. Yeah. And a tick that got on me somehow. Must have gotten on me in the night. Alright. Well, you see the bugger there? Didn't have that yesterday, so he crawled up me at night. Maybe when I got out in the night. Alright. Let me take care of him. Made a few plans. I do have a lunch that I could eat if I wanted to before I reach my car. I think what I want to do is on the trail that is safe, maybe rock-based, gravel-based, that kind of stuff, but not slippery. I'm going to try to bust out the miles. If I leave here in 20 minutes, which is, let's say if I leave here by 7:15, okay, that's in 35 minutes. Then I still have some uphills. I still have a really steep uphill at Pinnacle. That's inside of Oconee State Park. I don't know, I'm just feeling like I'll be able to get back to my car at a decent hour. Eating snacks will fill me. I know I'm going to get hyper hunger because that's just the way it is. You're sitting here trying to eat in the morning, and I woke up hungry, but you're impatient to be on the road at the same time. So we're on the trail again. So I think what I'm going to try to do, long story short, as I'm thinking things through while I'm talking, I think what I'm going to do is eat breakfast, pack, take all of my snacks with me, and eat snacks on the way to fuel me back to the car. Hope to get to the car before noon. And if I am able to, I'd love to take a shower. I think that would feel so good. So good. And then, just change into my clean clothes and start the 3.5 hour drive home. but just in a different place, you know, at that point. So I'm not letting myself feel this yet because I still have a day's worth of travel to do. And it's not the shortest day by any means. There are 2 days that were shorter than this one. And there's still some pretty rigorous climbs and some safety hazards that I have to be aware of, like, you know, the tick that I found on me this morning. That's more worrisome than anything. I don't think it had been there long. I think it literally just burrowed in. I don't know when it got me. I checked last night before I went to bed. You know, there's no telling. That just happens if you're in this part of the world. Good morning. Again, consecutive days of early starts. I feel like my hat's crooked. Oh well, if it is, it is. Today is my final day on the trail. It is the 28th of June. This is my 7th day. I have a little over 8 miles to knock out today. Much, but not all of that downhill. Back to my car at Table Rock State Park parking lot. I'm hoping to knock out a good portion in the cool of the morning. You can't really tell, I guess, in this video, but it rained obviously hard last night and it cooled things off, which is really nice. Things are kind of dry. There's the footprint from my tarp, pretty sizable, nice, good coverage. Anyway, so I'm going to take off. There are a couple things I haven't done that I usually do. Notably, I didn't fill up with water at first, as I often do before I leave camp. That's simply because the water is 200 feet down the hill, and I know within a mile I'm going to come across a stream. I think the stream will probably be more conducive to that in terms of not having to go down and then back up. So I'm going to hit the road, hit the trail. Let's see what time it is. 7:11. All right. So by 7:12 or so, I'll be actually on the trail again, and we'll see how long it takes me to get back to Table Rock State Park safely. That's the important thing. There are some beautiful spots along the way. There's a rock overlook, the false summit of Pinnacle Mountain that I'm looking forward to, as well as just, you know, the same beautiful kind of lush forest that I've been walking through for close to 70 miles and 7 days. So 6 days so far. All right, away we go. When I was almost an hour in and I dropped my pack for the first time at the detour for Virginia Hawkins Falls. I'm about an hour in today, and I've decided to get some water here at this little creek. So that's the plan. I'm going to stop and get water, camel up a little bit for the foreseeable future, and maybe start eating a snack before I finish tackling what I think up here is butternut knob. My favorite features of this trail the entire time has been saddles, and like the one I'm standing on, and ridge trails. And I've just been enjoying pausing here for a break, a snack, and some water. Listening to the birds. Seeing the rhododendron blossoms down in the valley. Hearing a woodpecker. Watching as the first rays of morning light touch this side of the slope as the sun rises higher in the sky. A little piece of heaven. Very simple, just nature. If this camera will pick up through the trees, there's a beautiful vista that I can see as I'm coming down the trail here. Lots of rock formations here, exposed rock faces. I'm wondering if this may have been the mountain that I saw yesterday from Chimney Top. I've been seeing all trip. All over the place. Definitely part of the ecosystem, as are snakes that feed on them. And I'm on a rocky cliff, so it's a good little reminder from a little friend that I need to pay attention to possible snakes.
Somebody has very thoughtfully placed a timely cable here across this water slide. Nice. Thank you. That would be really nasty in winter, without question. Got a very cool little spot here. This is a campsite on this side surrounded by huge boulders. The trail you can see there came through the boulder field, and above me is nothing but rock face. I believe I'm in the vicinity of Lighthouse Cave. I think it's probably an overhang, not a real cave, since it seems to be always listed in quotation marks. But I'll check my big map in a moment before I continue on the trail. Beautiful spot though. Definitely could put up a couple tents if you had to here. I believe this may be one of the views from the Drawbar Cliffs. Not 100% positive, but I believe so. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ridges of mountains going off into the green and then blue. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Another view from the Drawbar Cliffs. I think these were the ones I saw from Chimney Top. Pretty sure. 99% sure. Could be wrong, but I feel pretty sure about that. Alright, Pinnacle Mountain Summit. No thank you. Pinnacle Mountain Trail. Now this is, I think, where I pick up the Pinnacle Mountain Trail, and the FT follows it for a while. Looks like I may need my like some of the perks of having an open area. Bald Knob, elevation 2849. I think also known as the false summit of Pinnacle. Definitely drops off. Oh wow, what a view of the lowlands. So cool. I think that road is the Cherokee Hills Scenic Byway, or Cherokee Foothills, something like that, I'm not sure. I think I'll leave on it. I believe this is Table Rock over here, and I don't actually go there. I'm going to be, I think, heading along these ridges and then heading down, and somewhere down in there is where the park ends, and my journey of 76.2 miles ends. I have about 4.1 more to go. So I'm at the halfway point for today, and just stopped to soak up this view, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright, let's do this. I was so happy coming down this downhill that I almost missed snake number 4, I believe. Beautiful black rat snake, healthy. About 5 feet maybe. Another reminder of things I need to look out for. Nature's so kind. At the junction of Pinnacle Mountain and Mill Creek Pass. Ooh, look at this. Another little happy frog. Toad. Alright. Trailhead this way. to trailhead. Woo! 3 miles to go. 73.2 down, baby. Continued my descent down the Pinnacle Mountain Trail. Trailhead to the left. Falls to the right. Guess which way I'm going? I've got a lunch date with myself in a fast food restaurant. Oh, I don't know why. It may not taste good. Maybe it will. Maybe the best thing I've ever had in my life. I just know I'm already a little hungry, and I don't plan to stop for lunch before then, so we'll see how it goes. Water dripping off a rock ahead, and another kind of beauty down below in the form of another black rat snake doing his thing, not bothering me, and getting nicely off trail for me. You're so nice. Alright, let's check out this up here. That is pretty cool. That is very cool. I foresee a shower, a pre-shower in my future. This final descent is not without its charms. I walked under that recent little shower, and this is a, I don't know, 50-some foot cascade. Beautiful. It'll be beautiful in the winter too. Alright, let's navigate. That was a long damn mile. Trail maintenance is not the best in Table Rock State Park. 2 miles to go, that means about an hour to go. I got 11:22, so maybe about 12:30 I'll be rolling into my car. Okay, just past the 1.5 mile sign to go. Not a whole lot of trail left. Finally in an area that feels a little bit more like most of this trail has. It's pretty unmaintained up top around Pinnacle. Once I got into the park, I came to realize later, yeah, just kind of overgrown, lots of briars, no real concern about things like steps or erosion. But this part has been nicer. Looking forward to the last mile. You know what that means, fellas and ladies. Oh. I'm just going to pause for a moment here. I'm so grateful that my wife let me do this. I know it's been hard on her, and I'm grateful that someone above has been watching over me, because I have felt that distinctly at various points. What a gorgeous opportunity, beautiful trail, beautiful place. I'm deeply grateful. This has gotten nice again, really nice. So glad to see a creek. Nope, don't need those. Carrot Creek, Pinnacle Mountain. Okay. So, this must be the lovely Carrot Creek. Check it out. Triple Blaze. It's pretty. Carrot Creek is essentially a rock slide. Huge open rock face. It's very cool. Well, I gotta say, the trail seems to be ending in really beautiful fashion with Carrot Creek here in Table Rock State Park. This is beautiful. Sorry about the shaking. 76 miles to Oconee. That means I have 2/10 of a mile left this way. Yeah. I believe that's right. Really beautiful finish with all that Carrot Creek provides down here at Table Rock. Very pretty. That trail has turned paved. Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. I totally understand why they bring you in this way in Table Rock. It's beautiful. Well, I'm not quite there, but I almost am. This is awesome. Feeling good. The final feet, and my ears just popped from coming down off Bald Knob all those many hours ago. Several hours ago. What did I figure? 10:15. It's now 12:15. 2 hours ago. And soon I'll be at the eastern terminus. Yes, this is it. I think it's Inner Interpretation Center, which marks the eastern terminus of the Foothills Trail. Beautiful. Gateway to the Foothills Trail. Some bathrooms. A parking lot. Here's my car. I finished.
Hey, Pittsburgh back here. It has been over a year since I edited that video. Or not since I edited it. It took me a year to edit it. The series of 7 videos. Almost a year since I hiked that. And obviously the COVID-19 pandemic has spread in the interval. And so now over my shoulder you can see I have my hammock set up in the backyard for those afternoons when it's raining and I can slip outside and hop in the hammock and have a fabulous nap. A few thoughts on reflection of my hike is just these. Thru hikes take you to a different kind of place than other camp experiences. They tend to beat you down initially and lift you up after a few days when you get your trail legs under you and the thrill of going from place to place becomes really intoxicating. I can't recommend it enough. The Foothills Trail itself is beautiful. I think anybody who enjoys backpacking, who enjoys that kind of terrain, putting your head down in a different place every night, waking up to a different scene every morning, and then spending the day journeying through the wilderness. It's incredible. So if you have any questions about the Foothills Trail at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to try to answer them. If you have questions about any of the guidebooks, the pocket profile, any of those kinds of things, let me know too. Just wanted to kind of wrap this up though, and express my appreciation if you watched one or any or part of or all of, whatever the case may be, of this series. I've had fun making it, although it took me a year. It's been fun to kind of to revisit it over the course of that year and to remember those moments when I was out on the trail. If you hear noise in the background, my apologies. It's my husky eating breakfast. So anyway, that's all for me from this point, again, thanks for watching. Bentbrook out.